everybody, Ryan Parrish back with another sports roundup. It's been a busy past few days, so let's get you caught up. The Coyotes girls hockey team was in a tough spot Saturday, needing a win against the WDA's top-seeded Fargo North-South if they wanted to make the state playoffs. Unfortunately, they were defeated 10-0, bringing their season to an end. The boys hockey team lost 5-1 to Dickinson on Saturday, but they redeemed themselves on Monday in a WDA tournament play-in game against Beulah Hazen. Braden Zast had a hat trick, and Chance Johnson celebrated his birthday with a 7-1 win that sends the Coyotes to the WDA tournament. The Coyotes basketball teams were on the road in Mandan on Saturday. The boys were defeated 91-72, as were the girls 77-35. The Tetons basketball teams were in action Monday night against Bottineau. The men won easily 102-62, while meanwhile the women pulled off a 60-57 victory, and in a 20-game losing streak. Saturday was also the WDA Regional Wrestling Tournament in Minot. 5 Coyotes earned a trip to the state tournament. Dalton McKenzie at 126, Rafe Horswell at 145, Comstock Krenz at 152, Bowen Tia at 160, and Joe Pacheco at 182. All placed high enough to advance, and they departed today for state, which will kick off Thursday. I took a moment to catch up with head coach Sean Stiva to talk about the tournament.
Here was Coach Stiva. You're just a couple days away from state. A couple days before the state, I guess. Where's the team at? What's your guys' mindset? How's everyone feeling?
Well, I think everybody's feeling good. Everybody looks healthy. No complaints in the room. That's the first thing that I said after practice yesterday was making sure that we keep our bodies healthy, keep our skin infection stuff under control. If we have anything, let us know, that kind of thing. But nothing's been going on in the room. Everybody feels amped, and today's the last day of a real practice for in our room for this season. And I think at the beginning of the practice, I think everybody's pretty amped up for state. So.
All right, walk us through tomorrow when you guys kind of travel out there. What is travel going to be like for you guys, and how are you going to try to keep everybody, I guess, calm and ready to go on the next day?
Well, it's always tough when you go to Fargo because it's such a long drive, and that's kind of the hard part about that. But that's about the only thing. I think for us, I think these road trips are fun, and I think that's kind of what we try to make it, is that it's kind of a fun experience to go all the way over there. We're gonna get there at around 5:30 or so, and when we get there, I get dropped off for my coach's meeting. Then they actually go over to MSU Moorhead, and they do their practice. So they're gonna get a practice session when they get there, and then they're gonna get themselves kind of ready. And it's the nice thing about the state tournament is, like, it's not super duper early in the morning where we have to weigh in. So I mean, we get some time to sleep in, to kind of recover from the long bus ride, and then kind of get ourselves mentally ready for the state tournament. So
all right, do you guys have any kind of traditions you do when you go on the road or to a tournament like this to kind of just keep the things light, or do you guys kind of just stick to the hotel all night?
Yeah, we just kind of stick to the hotel. It's just the same. It's just another tournament, really. I don't like to try and make it something that it's, so they get super stressed out. It's just another tournament. It's just another, something that we've been doing all year long, and for most of these guys, been doing their whole life. No, not really any traditions. Just like I said, just trying to keep it so it's not so stressful for the whole weekend, because it's a long weekend. It's 3 days, and especially if somebody makes this state finals, I mean, that's a long road, So just like I said, just thinking about it just as just another tournament. That's kind of the way we look at it. So,
what are those 3 days kind of like for you as a coach and as for the players? I know they take a long time. I know third place and fifth will be decided by Friday night. Anyone makes it to the championship Saturday. So I guess, what are those 3 days like for you? I imagine they're long.
Oh yeah, they get long because it's Class A and Class B, and then it's Class A duels and Class B duels. So they do a lot of where they have like an individual round, and then they have a dual round for Class A and Class B. Then they flip it. So then there's a long break in between. So they might do the first round of Class A, and then they're going to do the Class A duels after that. So then we've got like a 2 or 3 hour break. So there's a lot of rest time and a lot of downtime when we're doing it. So it gets to be a long weekend. But like for me as a coach, I guess I like to just try and keep them focused on each match, because realistically it's 4 matches and you're a state champion. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing to be a state placer, but it's just kind of focusing on those matches. And like I said, those days get long, but just focusing on those matches, not thinking you're gonna have 10 or 12 or whatever matches. It kind of makes it I think a little bit more fun, because you get those breaks, and it's not just constant like getting ready for the next match right after another. You get a little bit of break. You can eat a little bit for these wrestlers. You know, we can have a little downtime in the back of the Fargo Dome and kind of, you know, joke around and have a little fun with it too, and then get ourselves prepared again instead of it just being like bang, bang, bang right into the next match. So.
All right, and then finally, I guess for you guys to kind of come out and perform like you'd like, what kind of stuff are they going to need to do and make sure they keep doing at state?
They're just going to have to be ready to wrestle 6 minutes. You know, when we get to the state tournament, every match is going to be one of those matches that you've got to wrestle 6 minutes or be prepared to, because everybody else there is going to be hungry. You know, the biggest upsets that you see are like the number 6 seeds and the number 7 seeds that take away the number 2 or number 3 kids, and those guys just aren't ready to come out and wrestle for 6 minutes. The guys that are, you know, underdogs, they're the ones ready to wrestle 6 minutes. And that's what we're going to have to be focused on. Wrestling 6 minutes, sticking to fundamentals, not trying anything crazy, not trying anything that we're not used to doing. And like I said, just ready to wrestle 6 minutes. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
State tournament will run Thursday through Saturday. Meanwhile, the WDA Boys Hockey Regional Tournament will also run Thursday through Saturday. The Coyotes will start action against number 1 seeded Century at 11 a.m. on Thursday. The Tetons hockey team will host Sweetheart Night on Wednesday night as they welcome Minot State. The team will then hit the road to play Montana State on Friday. The Tetons basketball teams will be in action at home on Thursday against the North Dakota State College of Science. Women tip off at 5:30, men at 7:30. Coyotes swim and dive team will have a duel in Minot on Thursday. And finally, the Coyotes basketball teams will have 2 home games this weekend. First on Friday, they take on Legacy, with the girls tipping off at 6 and boys at 7:45. Then on Saturday, the Coyotes will face Century, boys at 2:15 and girls at 4. That's it for this week in sports. Good luck, Coyotes and Tetons. See you all next week.